of 6 experts said that the Buccaneers were the most improved team this offseason. The Cardinals and Eagles also got nominated, but it was Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski who stole the show, making their arrivals in Tampa. So, Shannon, which NFL team do you think has improved the most this offseason?
Well, I agree with those guys. I thought, and when my first thing came up, there are a lot of teams that got my attention. But I went with the Eagles, Skip, because I like the fact that they get D-Jack back, they get Alshon back. They traded for Marquise Goodwin, they signed Jalen Reagor, and then they went to the defensive side. They made the big trade for Darius Slay. They bring in Nikhil Roby-Coleman as a slot corner, Skip. John Hargrove, they got him from Pittsburgh. And so I like what they've done. I really, because this offense, Skip, they need to be more explosive. They need to surround Carson Wentz with more weapons, because what we see with these young quarterbacks, the more weapons, the better they are. And Baltimore was my second pick because I like what they did, Skip. They signed Calais Campbell, who's very underrated, big-time defensive tackle. Now, they did lose Marshall Yanda, but they brought in DJ Fluker. And then they brought in Patrick Queen and J.K. Dobbins, Duvernay. You love Duvernay from Texas. So they gave so what they're doing, Skip, what we're seeing is that they're surrounding these young quarterbacks with talent. They're making it almost impossible for them to fail because they've given them so much such a wealth of talent. And you see Carson Wentz, Skip, he threw for 4,000 yards and had no receiver that had more than 500 yards receiving. So now he get D-Jack, Alshon, Jalen Reagor, Marquise Goodwin, pair him with Zach Ertz. Big things, baby. NFC East, repeat. Repeat. Can you say it with me, Skip? Repeat. Repeat NFC East champs, baby. Got the T-shirt already. You don't even know it, but I got one.
Shannon Sharp. ESPN ranked the Eagles offseason 17th best. You just ranked it first best. 17th to first. That's a long ways. You're way off. Again,
I'm a leader.
D-Jack and Alshon don't count on improving. They're obviously already there, so you hope they can come back and contribute something next year. They're both getting up there in age, I remind you. I will give you Darius Slay, love him. Roby-Coleman, like him a lot. So those are 2 nice upgrades. But Malcolm Jenkins is gone. A whole lot of players had to go from that defense for them to be able to muster up the money to give to one cornerback in Darius Slay. So they lost on offense Aguilar and Jason Peters, and then they lost Vinnie Curry and Nigel Bradham and Timmy Jernigan, and I could go on and on. And Jalen Reagor, you rave about. Everybody said the Eagles took him way too high, and you didn't mention the other Jalen they took, named Hurts, in the second round, which indicates very strongly they don't believe in walk it to him as you do. He's going to moonwalk out of that job if he's not careful, because Jalen Hurts is going to push him for that job this year. So you better be careful with the Eagles going backward instead of forward. And once again, you have disrespected the greatest player in the history of this game, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. He's the